Just the last 2:18 I'm supposed to talk about? Okay. I think Devin made 2 big free throws. London had a terrific game. What a game he had. We executed a call. They even, I think, knew it, but we got a clean look for London to bang it. And then we defensively, played just well enough, and some guys sort of stabbed or speared a rebound, and we got it. Got the ball in. I put, obviously the freshmen, the first years in, they did a good job. We were having some trouble with inbounding the ball, and I just thought they finished it well, and I'm very thankful. I really am. That was a hard-fought game, a lot of mistakes, but we overcame them.
Okay, Doug?
London had, I think, 2 early turnovers in the first half and sat for maybe a little longer period than usual. What did you tell him to get him ball?
No, I didn't. Actually, I took him out, and the play just kept going and going. There was no stoppage in time. Maybe there was one stop, but I liked that group that was on the floor. They were either holding steady with, I don't know if we were down or up, but the margin didn't go, and I thought, boy, here's a good chance. London can get some rest, and I thought those guys did a good job. Mariel, Darius gave us a good lift in the first half. Kyle, Ty was good. You can go through it. So I liked what was happening, and that was just valuable time he could be out, and we went with him the whole way in the second half. But it wasn't hey, you need to wait and watch this. I just thought those guys were doing a good job.
Andrew?
Tony called timeout with about 3 seconds left in the first half. That inbounds play, Darius throws it away, scored the buzzer. Obviously not the way you want to go into
Right.
the half. What was the message like?
Yeah, I tell you what, we had 2 I was going to say very costly turnovers at the end of the half. We had London wide open on an action, and Zay, I thought he was open. We just kind of threw it. They scored, and then I called timeout, and I didn't draw it up well enough. We didn't execute it, and that's why, I was hoping to get a look, but the last thing we said is, hey, if it's not there, please don't throw it in the backcourt. Like, just throw it down there, make them play. And, you get in that spot. We didn't execute it out of the timeout. Guys weren't open, and that's a tough spot to be in, and you hate to do that at the end of a half, but it happened, but we overcame it. But I'll tell you what, just not that it matters, but it doesn't matter. Never mind. Next question. No.
You harp so much about doing better defensive rebounding-wise, and obviously you flipped that stat from the first to the second half and kept them from scoring 1 second chance points a little bit in the second half. Was that important to you?
Yeah, it was. They kind of scored at will in the paint, and then the storyline would have been points off turnovers. But we were good enough. I just kept saying dig in, and when you go 4 guards, you give up things, but you also get some things, and we were just trying to match it that way. But Zay came up with a couple big rebounds, 13 he had, and that's significant. I thought Mariel went back in there and speared a couple or grabbed a couple rebounds, and so we needed every possession, and obviously I thought it was better in the second half, but defensively we've got a ton of room for improvement. It's just not where it needs to be, but there's stretches where it's good enough.
Brad, and then Jerry.
Coach, what do you attribute Mariel's last couple games to? Is it you think they added just the rhythm of playing more minutes, or have you seen something in his game that's taken that?
Just thrown off your glasses, nice glasses. So okay, yeah, look good. No, Mariel is in practice. You can see him. He can score off the bounce. He's creative at creating space, rising up, and he's got a scorer's mentality. And I put him in the lineup, and whether that's helped his confidence or not, I don't think so. He's just getting opportunities, and he's taking better care of the basketball. And I put that first group out there because I think it's our most physical group. And but obviously we're using a lot of different lineups, and foul trouble made us do that. But Mariel has that strength. That is a strength of his off the bounce. He can do some different things, driving, pull-ups, and hit the big 3 in the corner too.
Okay. Jerry, then Jeff.
Tony, I know after the last game you said you would talk briefly with London about maybe being a little more aggressive. Is that something you think he needed just to bring out the best in him? Yeah,
you could tell he was feeling it, and of course he's had 2 very good games and was assertive, and it always looks good when your shots are going in. So we need that. You need guys to, again, we haven't been able to, in certain games, make plays down the stretch. Plays were made today, and I thought, again, London was quite a player. I thought he was offensively at times just special, the way he was making tough shots and good decisions. A couple of his turnovers, like I said, he's got to clean up, but what a game, and to get one on the road or any game is significant.
Okay, Jeff.
To follow up on Brad's question on Mariel, given the lack of low post scoring you have, having someone like Mario who can create his own shot particularly important with this?
Yeah, I think because we can't get a lot of production off of post-ups, again, mid-range drive. It's an unconventional team that way, and we've not been in that spot. But it's really, stretching us and causing us to look at different ways to defend, to score, and again, to have a guy who can make some plays off the bounce and spread the defense a little bit is a nice option when you can't feed the meter inside.
Okay. Doug?
You told us you were worried about a possible football championship celebration at halftime, introducing the players and everything. Were you happy that didn't?
I don't even know what happened at halftime.
No, but you said you.
I just said it's going to be a crazy atmosphere coming in here, and the parade. It probably, they're probably all at the football stadium, I would imagine, the parade, and the game was not won, but I just thought that, and what a special day, obviously, for Clemson University. I think Brad Brunell is one of the better coaches in our league in the country. He's that good, and they're in a spot that is anybody could be there. It's such a fine line. We could easily be in that spot. It was big, yeah. But, I thought maybe they were going to have them walk on the court during, the second media timeout, and the crowd was going to erupt. So I'm glad they did it all at the football stadium and not here. But what a day for this university, and obviously all that went on.
Okay. Any other questions? All right. Andrew?
When Clemson came in here near the top of the ACC, forcing turnovers, how much of a concern was that, and how much did you feel like the good shooting kind of made up for?
Yeah.
Sloppy possessions at times?
The saying, shooting covers a multitude of sins. We made some shots. But yeah, they're coming off of a hard loss. And look, they had a turnaround that was unfortunate. They played on Thursday night and then Saturday at noon. We've had some of those situations through it. It's because of TV. There's certain things, and it's not balanced in a lot of ways, and a lot of energy was consumed in that game. And so there's some legitimate reasons, and that's a hard situation, but you just try to make the most of it regarding that. But yeah, they're a good defensive team, and they can force turnovers with their length, and some of them were on us, but absolutely some of them were because of their quickness.